Yes. We're back. We're back with another review video, and this time we are reviewing Arsenal versus Man City, which, by the way, ended in a stalemate and a bit disappointing because we were this close to embarrassing Arteta yet again, and this time at his promised land, at his home, and where people don't want to go. We almost went there and taught them a lesson, and I just see this narrative that is being built that yeah, Pep was forced to play a certain way. Arteta is so good that Pep changed his philosophy. But did he? We're going to debunk this theory in this video. So please stay tuned. Watch this video until the end and do like the video. Do share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And let's just dive into this. Let's just first dive into the narrative that is being thrown into City fans' faces is that Arteta dominated Man City and he forced Pep Guardiola to play a certain way, which Pep himself has never played, and that Arteta is so good that he has forced a manager with a certain philosophy to become a Jose Mourinho. I think this argument does not hold water for me. Whilst it might partially be true that we were not interested in holding the ball or that Arsenal did dominate us in the midfield, they had a lot of possession, but I seriously believe, and everybody who is seen Pep for a long time and who has seen the City team, particularly this season, that there is this set plan that Man City has, and it stems from the fact that we do not have those personals right now in our team to press teams or to go toe to toe with them. So if you see, if you've seen the United's game, we didn't press them, we allowed them. In fact, against Napoli, we repeated the same thing against Arsenal as well. There's a clear evidence in the first few minutes. If you've seen the match or if you've seen the highlights, and if you could see this, you would recognize that what Arsenal were trying to do here is they were trying to give the ball back to Raya, and that is where everything starts. And they wanted Haaland, Doku, and Bernardo, or whoever is playing on right, either Bernardo or Foden. They wanted them to press high so that there is a lot of spaces in the midfield and they could exploit those spaces. The thing is, Pep and City had a different plan altogether. They didn't want to press them because they knew that is playing into their hands. So they did not do that. So this theory that they dominated or they forced us to play in a certain way is debunked here only. So if you see City's off the ball structure, which I have been heavily critical of, they have always started the game, like every game this season, as a 4-1-4-1, where Rodri or Nico Gonzalez, whoever is playing, becomes the central defensive midfielder, and rest of the four midfield play in a similar same line, and then Haaland up top. But in this game, there was such certain differences that I tried to find out as to what exactly happened, and I found something really interesting because in the setup at the off the ball setup, what City were trying to do were like they were trying to hold a shape in a 4-4-2 formation. What this means is there is a lot of stability in the formation. They were holding a straight line in the defense, and all of their midfielders were also in a straight line, and Bernardo and Haaland were. So whenever Rice was given the ball, or whenever Zubimendi especially was given the ball, they were only pressing Zubimendi when Zubimendi entered a certain zone. So they were not ferociously going after Zubimendi or Rice. What they were the positions, and when certain players enter certain particular position, only then you press. And I think it worked perfectly for City. So for the first goal as well, if you see what exactly happened was Arsenal were so ahead. They wanted to press City so high that they almost forgot to hold their shape up. Look where Gabriel was in this first goal, this position of Gabriel, and look at where Saliba is. So there's no coordination between both of them, and there's a lot of space. And credit to City because City won almost all those ground duels with Doku and Foden and Reinders making those intricate runs. And when you're giving a space to Haaland to run into. He is one of the best in the world, and he had shown. Question here is, why was City so defensive? I mean, and I have two possible explanations to this. One to which Arsenal fans would agree, other to which they're not going to agree. So I'm going to straight away dive into the first aspect where people are going to agree with me. Arsenal fans, especially. This for you. So I'll give Arteta his flowers because this team is so fluid in its attack, and it's so suffocating when they press that it is almost impossible for anyone in Europe to go toe to toe with Arsenal. Man, you will be a fool if you are not appreciating this aspect of Arsenal team. And if you try to go toe to toe with them, they're going to single handedly crush you, and they have a lot of outlets by which they can hurt you. And we learned this, and ironically we learned it. uh, we ate that humble pie last year when we were defeated 5-1 at the Etihad, and it was really bad. As a fan, it still stuck with me, and I don't know कब तक रहेगा, but this is what it felt like. It felt really bad. You just want to go there and you want to play them again. You want to defeat them 6-0, 7-0, or whatever. That is just a fan perspective. But the truth is that you cannot do that to this Arsenal team because they're that good. A manager who's been there for 7 years, he knows his team. The player knows him. Everything that is there in Arsenal squad is built by Arteta. So at this point of time, there is no chance that City could have competed with Arsenal. And that is why Pep understood it. He appreciated it. He ate the humble pie. City fans ate the humble pie. We were very humble when we were predicting the game. We went ahead. We said we'll be very lucky if we get a draw. Everybody in their hearts knew that we're not going to win this match, even though we're not saying it or we were not saying that at that point of time on everybody's faces. But I went there. I just gave my predictions, and I said 1-1 to every stream that I went for, because I knew that it is very difficult to challenge this Arsenal team. But the second interesting aspect of this was, which I know people are not going to agree with. I mean, personally, because they have this agenda against City. We have to take everything in context, right? So one of the questions that is being raised against Pep is that why did he substitute Haaland and Doku at the 70-minute marks and played like a back five? And so I'll answer those questions first. It is because we played 3 games this week, right? So we played United at Sunday. And mind you, it is, even though United are not at their best, when they come and play against City, they always bring their A game. And for first 30 minutes, the way United were pressing, I have never seen any other team press City that way. So kudos to them and to City for doing the job there. We were under a lot of pressure playing United. Again, then we went ahead and played Napoli. Napoli, mind you, is one of the best teams right now in Serie A, with Antonio Conte being the real nemesis of Pep Guardiola. We have seen this return of Kevin De Bruyne, and there's so much talk about that game. Pep had to take that game really seriously, because last year when we started our campaign, and we I think we were drawn against Inter, and we were so high on confidence that we were going to defeat Inter, and we were very lucky and we survived that game, and it was 1-1 or something like that. And now that we have 1 year of this UEFA Champions League's new competition, we know how important it is to win your own home matches. And because at the end of the day, you want to qualify for the top 8s, top 16s. You don't want to go there and play the playoffs. So for me, I mean, it's really important, and Pep recognized that aspect as well of City, and he took it seriously. And mind you, that game was played at Thursday night. Arsenal had played 2 days prior to us, so they had 2 days more rest than us. We went ahead, we played with full intensity. We played the same 11 that we played against United. We came away with a good point there. Sorry, a good 3 points there. And then just after 2 days, we had to play Arsenal away. And this is one of the most difficult fixtures for any team to go in the Premier League. They don't concede, they defend really well. They are very good at set pieces, and everything that is good about Arsenal was nullified by Pep Guardiola in 24 hours. So they nullified the threat of their set pieces. I think there was this stat that they don't concede goals from open play, which they did in the first 10 minutes of the game, and it could have been 2-0 if Haaland if Haaland would have passed that ball to Foden, and scene would have been very different. And I'm sure that if it were 2-0, I think I don't see Arsenal coming back from that. But let's just forget that. And we were so close. We were so close, and it just so happened that we could not finish the job. There were 3 minutes left, and there were certain individual errors that we made, and we're going to talk about that as well. But it so happened that we could not achieve that goal. But I would seriously, uh, from where we started this season, I would have taken 7 points, mind you. So I would have taken a United win, an Arsenal draw, and a Napoli win. But the way we played, the way we performed, I think we were a bit unlucky, because had we not conceded that late goal, it would this match would go down in the history books as one of the classical matches, because Pep had left his true character, and he ate the humble pie, and he went there and he did a job over Arteta again. So we move on to another important question that comes. So what is the way ahead for Pep Guardiola and Man City fans? I think it's really simple. Uh, Prior to commencement of this week, I was sure that we are not going to compete against these teams, but this team has proven me wrong time after time. And again, so I lost that faith, that belief in me. I thought that this City team is just not good enough to compete against likes of Arsenal and Liverpool. But trust me, whatever I've seen, and whatever I've seen of City in these years, I know what is coming. I'm sure most of the City fans understand what happened this game. Yes, we could not get 3 points against Arsenal, but the performance that we put, the mentality that we showed, the kind of individual heroic performance from likes of Rodri, Kusanov, Nunes, Guardiola. I mean, Ruben Dias, Donnarumma, I mean, Doku, Haaland, you name it. Every player that was there in the pitch, even Foden for that matter. I mean, Foden did his job. I mean, he was not that effective, but he did his job. And that camaraderie, that everything that City stands for, everything that the tenacity, the know-how, it just felt like that it came back to us. And it was such a beautiful sight. I had a teary eye because I stopped believing in uh, the fact that City could do it again. But trust me, we if we get ourselves in a role, and it's game week 5 now. Now game week 6 is coming. So let's just say next 5 games, if we can get results in the next 5 games, which is very possible. I'm sure we can do it. And if we can stitch 5 wins in a row in Premier League, I'm going to straight away say this right now, and you'll be hearing this from me throughout the season. If we do this, if we win 5 games, that come December, come January, and if there is a 6 7 point lead of Liverpool or whoever is at the top at that point of time, and City has 6 or 7 points behind, I am going to back my team to chase down them, because we have seen that is being done prior to this season as well, and I'm going to back my team. But if things don't work out well, which is also quite a big possibility against Manchester City because of injuries, and because of there are so many factors that I cannot fathom right now, but things can go wrong as well, right? So if things don't go wrong, and if after game week 10 we have won 5 7 games, I guess, yeah, 6 games or whatever it is, and we are there and thereabout come December, come January, and if even if we are 6 points behind Liverpool, I'm going to back my team to go ahead and get that title, and go and have a deeper run in the Champions League as well. So signs are really good for, as a Man City fan. I just cannot, and just whoever is watching, whoever is a City fan, and who like me did not believe uh, in the system and the manager, or whatever it was. I mean, this is a time to back your team. Go there, support your team, and trust me, Pep is going to turn fortunes for this City. uh, Thank you so much for whoever stayed and watched this video till till last, and do like the video, guys. It really helps me understand that you're liking my content. Do comment, do share your thoughts in the comment, and just tell me whether you think it otherwise. That is also really appreciated, and it really helps me understand as to whether I'm putting the right kind of content or not, and it supports me, it drives me to do it more. So thank you so much. Until next time, we see you again. Bye bye.